Hello everybody, it's EzraTime here and welcome to the video. And on today's video I want to do like a trailer breakdown for 7 Rebirth, which is found part 2 technically. Um I I actually already watched the trailer, but we're gonna play the trailer one more, I guess, once, just for the sake of it. It's not exactly a reaction, it's just again a breakdown because I already watched it and I already watched a live stream by Maximilian Dude, obviously, which is, if you guys don't know Maximilian Dude is basically the guy, like the man of Final Fantasy VII, in my opinion. Like, he is a big fan and has a lot of theories that are actually really interesting. I kind of want to share with you guys, obviously, because again, I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII, since 2020 actually. I did watch the original game and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I want to give my own thoughts on the trailer itself, what I think the game is going to be, for part 2. So yeah, first of all, let's just watch this trailer, and then after that we're gonna do a breakdown, like put my own thoughts on it.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to
This is
reclaim
dope,
his
dude.
birthright.
I think this is the
and rule over
flashback
the
for
planet with
Nibelheim,
Genova at his
right?
side.
When they are at Calm, and Cloud is telling the story, I think.
I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
Look at that mountain, man. Because obviously it's very different from back in
You were here
97
with
and
me.
now.
5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
The Those line is actually interesting, because there has been theory that, yeah, available next winter. So yeah, I mean, uh next winter is gonna be 2024. I think it's gonna be March 2024. It's gonna be the ideal release date for this part 2, because I don't think they're gonna release this on 2023, because, well, it says next winter, not this winter. This winter is Crisis Core, I think. But yeah, so I'm gonna give my own thoughts, obviously, about like the trailer and what I think the game is going to be in the future. But yeah, I actually really surprised actually when I first watched it, that the line that Arid said, that what we've done, that's set in stone, the past is forever, like focus on the future, not the past, right? And you got this white feather, which people think this is Angeal's weather, which is a character from Crisis Core, but I think this is just representing Arid, in my opinion, because Sephiroth has a black feather, right? And then Arid is supposedly white, feather, supposedly, because it's kind of like a reference to Advent Children, which is a movie, which is again a movie, where there is a novel about the movie actually, where they kind of explain that there is a black live stream and then the white live stream, which means that Sephiroth is black live stream, and then the white live stream is actually Arid. So I think that's kind of like what they were referring here with the white feathers. But yeah, so we get a bit of a gameplay, because which is what no, Tetsuya Nomura wants to show the player back in the day. And the bitrate is terrible in the trailer. Sorry. But yeah, I think this is I mean, this is just a teaser, so that it makes sense they're just showing us this, like Cloud and Sephiroth walking to the reactor, I think. Which is, again, I already played the original game, so I kind of know what's happening truly. But I don't really I want to give spoiler to the new players. I want the new players to experience the game themselves. So I would suggest you guys play the original game. If you guys haven't familiar with Final Fantasy VII, then I would suggest you guys play the original game. Or you guys can watch a video on YouTube, I guess, because there is a bunch of let's play about the original one. And it's just like, yeah, it's a really good game. It's a really good characters driven game, in my opinion. And there's good musical score as well. I think the musical score is like very iconic. I think Nobuo Uematsu is really great. So give it a chance. But either way, um I mean, for sure we're gonna be playing as Sephiroth in the flashback. because people have been wondering, are we gonna play as Sephiroth in the flashback, or are we just gonna play as Cloud, and then that's it. But I am mostly certain that we're going to be playing as Sephiroth, because again, they wanted to keep the original stuff. Like they want to really keep everything in the original game, and then they're going to like make it like to this remake, quote unquote remake. Um, and obviously they're gonna sprinkle some new stuff, because if you guys haven't caught up yet, then well, there is this big theory that is kind of like semi confirmed. I'm not saying it's 100% confirmed, because well, they're not gonna confirm anything because it's part of the mystery. But I mean, they kind of tease that there is something more to this game, which is like the title itself, like Rebirth, like remake has its own meaning. Like for instance, that you could just kind of like brush it off, just like, oh yeah, just a remake, right? But no, it's a deeper meaning. There is a deeper meaning with the word remake, and there is a deeper meaning with the word rebirth. And I think the big theory is that this Final Fantasy VII Remake series is actually a sequel to the original game. And I think Sephiroth here is from Advent Children Sephiroth. That's the big theory. And even even the trailer kind of like give this question, like, what is Sephiroth Endgame? Like, if you play the original game, then you know what Sephiroth Endgames is, right? And then sure, this could be just like, oh, like for the new player, then yeah, there's gonna be like, what is Sephiroth Endgame? For the new player, it was like, oh yeah, I want to know what is Endgame was, right? But as an old player, or like a person who is familiar with the original story, then yeah, I think this is meant for both, in my opinion. Like, is both for the new player and then both for the new one as well, because like we have no idea what Sephiroth Endgame is. Uh, oh, sorry guys. But yeah, so basically, part two is gonna be some identity crisis kind of, and like, because Cloud Mine is so messed up, right? Like, he is an unreliable narrator, and basically he has a conflict with Tifa here, which is my favorite girl of Final Fantasy VII. Like, there are some kind of imposter, so like, I think this line is new. I think this line is original to this series. I think it's not present in the old game. And it's just like, yeah, I think they're gonna really charging in to the conflict between Cloud and the party members, because you see in the original game that, yeah, I mean, you guys see this mystery about like who Cloud really is, like what is his true self, because the one you're seeing is not exactly the true Cloud Strife. The true Cloud Strife is not gonna you're not gonna see that until part 3, basically. Whatever they're gonna call part 3, Requiem or something, I don't know. But yeah, I think they're gonna play that more in this game, and I think this game is gonna be loaded with many stuff, But I think it's gonna be in a good way, because there is only 3 parts, and I just that just gave me hype to see where they're gonna end this, obviously. And seeing this map, to see how they handle the, again, I'm sorry, it was in 1080p, but like the bitrate is just terrible in this video. But yeah, I think they have to redesign the whole thing, obviously, about the mountain, right? But try to keep it the same as the original as well. And I'm really curious to see how they're going to get to the reactor. I think they could go here, right, to the, like, go to this path right here, maybe there. I have no idea, but it's definitely exciting, because in the original game, you just like see a big mountain, and then you just like basically you have a pathway, like a clear pathway, and then that's it. But this one is like, yeah, it's a mountain, so realistically it's not gonna be like a clear pathway towards the reactor. So that makes me excited to see how they're going to handle this type of area, like not just this, but like the other area as well, like Golden Saucer. How they're gonna handle the moving to different parts of that theme park, you could say that. Costa del Sol and Cosmo Canyon, obviously. Like, there's just so many things to look forward to, even though I can't exactly play the game, because this is a PS5 exclusive game. And I don't have a PS5, obviously. It's expensive. My computer is so old anyway, so I can't play it. But I just want to give my own thoughts about the trailer, I guess. And again, what is fact and what is fiction, again, goes to the theme of the game, like, which is the identity crisis of Cloud Strife. And yeah, but this line right here, I think this is new. Like, you were here with me 5 years ago, which I think he's referring to Zack, because I think the original Japanese dub for the trailer, Klaus specifically mentioned Zack, like Zaxu or something, right? So like, he's clearly talking about Zack, So it seems like he remembers Zack, but at the same time, not exactly the full memory, I'm assuming. Like, I don't think they're gonna reveal the mystery in part 2. There's gonna be a big reveal in part 3, obviously, with the live stream section with Tifa, where you actually playing as Tifa and trying to recover cloud memory, which I really cannot wait for that to happen, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna build this up even more in Rebirth, because you got that a little bit of tease in the remake, where Tifa is kind of like confused about Cloud's past, like, huh? What are you talking about? But she doesn't really say anything about it, But yeah, so basically, Cloud asking where Zack is I think this is something new, and the big theory is that this version of Zack, and Cloud, is actually in the alternate timeline, because spoiler alert, Zack dies, in the original game and in the Crisis. I mean, he dies tragically, obviously, and he is trying to get back to Midgard to find Aerith, and clearly he didn't make it, and then that's how Cloud kind of become his legacy, you could say that. But yeah, Zack is alive with Cloud here. I think this is an alternate timeline. I think it's pretty clear in my opinion, but some people still doubting that, which is fine, we just have to wait until the game come out, but I'm pretty sure this is an alternate timeline, like Maximilian Dude said, that this is an alternate timeline, and I highly believe that. And then Eric saying, I tried so hard to find you, which I think this is the line from the date, because on the Golden Saucer you got this many choice, where you can actually date Tifa, you can date Aerith, you can date Barrett, and you can date Yuffie. And I think that line is from the Aerith date, if I'm not mistaken. I might forgot. And you guys, Zack saying, sorry, I feel like I failed you. So Zack is obviously talking about Aerith, and back in the day, back in 2021, there is a DLC called Intermission focusing on Yuffie, and then you get to see like an epilogue where you see the characters like going to calm, the original timeline, and you get to the alternate timeline where Zack is alive, and then he is at the church and trying to find Aerith, but Aerith is not there. So I think there is this huge implication that Aerith might die in Zack's timeline, and that's why he said this line like, sorry, feels like I failed you. He's not saying this exactly to Aerith, but I think I'm assuming he has a conversation with Cloud, and then maybe he say to himself eventually when he tells story about Aerith that, sorry, it feels like I failed you, So I don't think he's saying that directly to Aerith. I don't think so, because we have no idea what happens to Aerith in Zack's timeline. Maybe she just abducted by Shinra, like, who knows, right? Or maybe she dies. If she dies, then how does she dies in Zack's timeline, right? We have no idea. But yeah, I think this is like a really exciting teaser. It's not much, It's just, I mean, it's a teaser. What do you expect, right? And it's available next winter, which I think March 2024 is gonna be where the game is released, because there's only 3 parts, obviously. So imagine the content in Rebirth. Like, there's gonna be so many content that they have to like polish and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad that they're actually taking another year to finish the game, because people have been saying that, oh, it's gonna be released on 2023, but my guys just keep saying that maybe it's gonna be 2024, because like, again, like, the game is even bigger this time. It's not just in Midgar. They're going to the outside wall, and they have to travel to different areas, different cities, different conflicts is happening between the characters and all that kind of stuff. Like, there is so many things happening in part 2. So I think I'm glad I was right that it was releasing in 2024. I know that we want to get this game as soon as possible, but it's better to just wait. It's better to just like let the developers finish what they were doing, and hopefully they can polish the game. So when it's coming out, hopefully the game was like 100% polished and not like glitchy every single time, So, and yeah, and again, because again there is only 3 parts, I'm assuming there is gonna be a bunch of contents where they have to. Then maybe they already finished filming the content, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're still motion capturing some actors. So I'm glad that there is another like whole year to do their work, before they release the game. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's my thoughts and my breakdown for my Final Fantasy VII Rebirths. If you guys are new, then I'm sorry. Okay, like, I mean, I know there's a bunch of spoiler, but I feel like at this point you should just play the original game, because like, it's not, trust me, it's really worth it to just play the original game and experience the story yourself, instead of just like waiting for this to finish, because this is not gonna be finished until assuming 2027. I'm assuming they're gonna release part 3 in 2027, or maybe 2026. Who knows? Because again, I think, again, the big theory that this remake series is actually a sequel to the original game, And for a lot of like theories that I've been listening to, and then when I see the game again, like seeing somebody let's play the game again, which is Maximilian Dude let's play, like yeah, it seems that there's a lot of like implication and then a lot of teaser that this there is more to it. It wasn't just like a one-on-one remake. There is actually some more story, or like some implication again that there is an alternate timeline with Zack, and then Sephiroth was actually from Advent Children, like he traveled back through time and tried to remake Final Fantasy VII essentially, and that's what they call the first game remake, and we have no idea what Rebirth is, but we'll see. Maybe it's gonna be referring to Sephiroth again, Sephiroth being Rebirth, maybe. And again, Tetsuya Nomura does said that there is a reason why they choose the word remake and rebirth, and then maybe re something in part 3, maybe a Requiem or something. Some people say reunion, but I don't think it's gonna be reunion because reunion is already used in Crisis Core. So there you go. Um, and yeah, that's basically again another teaser that this game is way more than just a remake. Like if you guys want to experience the original story in this game, that yeah, you're gonna get that, but there is some new stuff as well in this game that actually gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be really crazy in part 3 because I don't think they're gonna go maybe they're gonna go crazy in Rebirth, but I think part 3 is gonna be where everything went bonkers, because what is part 3 is gonna be some kaiju adventures, or they call it weapons in Final Fantasy VII universe, and yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm excited for this game, even though I can't exactly play it because again, only PlayStation 5 exclusive. PlayStation 5 is expensive. I don't exactly. And my computer is also very old, so yeah, I can't play it. I really can't play it. So I'm just gonna wait until the game come out and then yeah, just watch Maximilian Dude play the game, and then yeah, that's about it. The reason why I make this video because I really love Final Fantasy VII, and I kind of want to share something with you guys, letting you guys know that yeah, I'm a fan of Final Fantasy VII. I really do, and maybe I'll make more videos, like maybe not talking about the theory for the sequel, but maybe just like talking about like my favorite characters, in the game, and why I love them, So maybe I'll make that in the future. Who knows? But yeah, that's my trailer breakdown, guys. Again, I know it's a really bizarre video. This is not the type of video that you guys are expecting because you guys subscribe for FNAF, And then frankly, I'm kind of bored of FNAF. I want to do something else, and because of that, nobody really watch my channel anymore. But whatever, at least I'm having fun making the videos. And hopefully you guys can understand that, right? Hopefully you guys doesn't keep pushing me back to FNAF every single time because I'm kind of get bored of it, to be fair. But yeah, there is another reaction video about Final Fantasy VII that I want to react to. I think it's called Project Calm, which I want to react to maybe tomorrow. We'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, I think this is hype. I think we're gonna see more of this in the next year, which is the next E3. Assuming E3 is gonna return in 2023, who knows? Some people are expecting to see more in the Game Awards and by the end of the year. Maybe they will show more. Hopefully they show like a little bit more teaser to the game because that would be dope. And then on E3 2023, that's where they can go bonkers with the marketing. That's where they can release the official trailer. I feel like because I mean next year, like going close to the release date, right? And then now we still have Final Fantasy 16 that is yet to be released. So I think they're gonna be focusing on that marketing first, and then I don't think we're gonna see any more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth content until E3 2023. To be fair, so a long time, like a year from now, literally. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but that's how it is. I don't think we're gonna see anything from the Game Awards. If we do get it, if we do get some small content, then well, I'm down. That would be dope, but I don't think we're gonna get that. But either way, that's my video, guys. Again, I'm sorry this is probably the weirdest video that I did. That is just coming out of nowhere, but I just want to make it, because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII again. But either way, I still really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, in some way, I don't know. And if you guys enjoyed, then well, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the videos, usual stuff, and yeah, stay tuned for the. I think that's gonna be the next reaction for Final Fantasy VII, which is called Project Calm. Which hopefully I can release it tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. And again, I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one then. Bye.